In this video, we're going to work on our block lettering, and we're going to learn how to draw the block lettering so that it appears to be a 3D box by using one-point perspective. What I'm showing here is that when you draw a letter by using a line, you can draw the letter in a box letter by recreating that in a box. So I'm going to draw a line going down, and I'll make a box going down. This is just one other technique to make box letters. Different techniques work for different people. Try each one, see which one works the best. And then I'm going to erase all the lines that divide. And I'll have a box letter day. Practice doing a couple different letters. A, B, C. You can try the letters of your name. You can try your initials. Alright, I'm going to do the letter N. So I'm going to start by slowly and carefully, neatly drawing the letter. And now I'm going to turn it into a box letter. Once you've had time to practice a couple different letters, then we're going to learn how to make them in 3D. So here I am practicing the letter N. Don't forget to erase the letter on the inside of the box so you're left with nothing but the outline. Draw your letter on the bottom of the page. So I folded mine in half to make sure I was on the bottom of the page. And that way you have plenty of room on top to put your vanishing point. So you're going to put a dot on the top half of the paper. Put it around the middle. Okay, and then for a practice, we're going to put a dot on every corner of the letter. So I'm going to go around my letter and I'm going to find all the corners and mark them with a dot. The next step, I'm going to take my ruler and connect each corner to the vanishing point. I'm going to start with this first corner and I'm going to draw a line going from the letter to the vanishing point. Move to the next corner and draw a straight line going from the corner to the vanishing point. Now one rule we're going to follow is if the line ever cuts inside the letter's face, we're going to skip that corner. So I'm going to mark that corner off with a little X and go to the next corner. If you can draw a line from the corner to the vanishing point, that's a corner that counts. If you cut into the face of the letter, you would cross that one off. That corner would not count. So this bottom corner here, if I were to draw it, it would cut into the face. I would cross that corner off. All right, now if you can draw a little bit of a line, but it hits the letter, stop right where it hits the letter. You don't want to go to the other side of the letter or anything like that. That's all I need to draw. Just that little bit of a line, and then I'll stop where the letter hits. I'm going to cross off this last corner because that will cut into the face as well. Okay, to make the letter stop at a certain point, so right now it goes all the way back into space, goes on forever. I want to stop the letter. I want to cut it off at a certain point. So I'm going to switch colors just to show you. These 2 points are connected with this straight line. Turn it red so you can see it. Now, I want to decide how long I want my letter, so I'm going to slide my ruler up and I'm going to make a parallel line. So I'm going to make another red line in between the 2 corner lines, and those 2 lines should be parallel. Now the next lines go diagonal. I'm going to line my ruler up with this diagonal line. I'll brighten it in red so you can see it so it stands out. And then I'm going to slide my ruler over, and right where the corners meet, I'm going to draw the same parallel line. I'm going to go right to the side of the letter and stop. Okay. Now the next two lines that are connected are on the top of the letter, so I'll mark that with red. And I want the right side to be just as long or just as tall as the left side. So I line up my ruler and I mark off a parallel line. The next line goes from top to bottom in a vertical line. So I'm going to line up my ruler. I'll mark the line off in red first. And then I'm going to slide my ruler over to where it meets the other line and makes a corner and make a parallel line. The last one I'm going to do is down the bottom here. This line going up and down, I'll mark it in red. That needs a parallel line, so I'll just slide over and mark a line in red next to it. Okay? Now, those extra lines, anything past the red lines you made, they need to get erased. So anything outside the letter, those extra lines that go all the way back to the vanishing point, you can go ahead and just erase those. The lighter you draw, the better it is to erase. Okay, everything you've done up until now has just been practice, and this is just going to be practice too, but this will be the one that you'll take a picture of and send for a grade. So I want you to pick 3 letters of the alphabet. You can just do A, B, and C, or any 3 letters that you like. You can also do your initials or something like that. Please keep it appropriate for school. Start by drawing the letters in your regular handwriting down at the bottom of the page. Draw them as neatly as possible, and then turn them into block letters. Now, up above the letters, give yourself some room, make 1 dot. That's going to be your 1 point for your 1 point perspective. Remember, that point is called a vanishing point. Go ahead and make each one of your corners go to the vanishing point the way that you've been practicing. Do that for each one of your letters. Make sure you go 1 letter at a time. Don't try to do all the 3 letters at once, or it'll be confusing for you. So I slowed the video down because B is going to be a little bit different because there's a curve instead of a corner. Whenever that happens, you're going to line your ruler up with the vanishing point and then just go to the very edge of the curve. So I'm going to do that for the top of the B and also for the bottom of the B, but just that tiny little bit. When it hits the other part of the letter, stop. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is show the top of the letter. And then I'm going to show the top of the side of the letter. If you see the top on one, you should see the top on all. So even inside the holes of the B, I'm going to see the top. And I'm just going to follow that curve. And the top of the top. And follow that curve. And then just erase your extra parts. And when you're done, take a look at it. If it looks weird, see if you can adjust it. If it looks good, you can move on. So I'm going to follow the same rule with the edge of the letter C. I'm going to speed the video back up, but feel free to stop it or pause it to check it out. Okay, the last thing I want you to do is I want you to color each letter a different complementary color pair. So the first color is going to be red and green. I'm going to color the face of the letter with the warm color. So I'm going to color the face of the letter red, and then the background will be the cool color. So I'll color the background of the letter, or the 3D part, in green. All right, and remember the three pairs are red and green, blue and orange, yellow and violet. So color your three letters, the three different color pairs, snap a picture, and hand it in. This has all been practice up until now. We'll start on our good copy